from the teaching, reaching, caring, and sharing news desk. This is Harvest News with Pastor Vaughn. Good morning and blessings. I'm Pastor Vaughn, and here's the news. As Pastor Jerry explained last week, Kingdom Builders is us. We are the laborers, and our job is to build the kingdom in our personal lives, in our families, in our churches, and in our communities. When we talk about communities, Harvest Church is modifying the scriptural reference of Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and the ends of the earth to mean local, state, nation, and world communities. This week, our pastoral staff will talk about the 4 ministries to our local community that Harvest Church will support through the Kingdom Builders program.
I have been doing Harvest Carnival now for the past 2 years. It is the last Saturday of the month of October, and it is now a part of the Kingdom Builders. It is an event where we get together and we basically just have fun for the community. It's filled with candy, games, inflatables. And my kids, I know from personal experience, they look forward to it months in advance. So when you support Kingdom Builders, you are supporting the Harvest Carnival, a local outreach event. Thank you.
James 1:27 says, "Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows." In 2011, a group of several churches learned that there were 70 homeless children registered in the Sun Prairie schools. This gave birth to Shelter from the Storm Ministries, which is dedicated to finding housing and supporting homeless mothers and their children. In addition, they lead them into a relationship with the Lord and provide skills, life skills, so that they can become independent. Shelter from the Storm currently supports 8 families that are housed in other homes, and they are finishing construction on a building that will house several homeless families.
Part of what we'll be doing on the local level through Kingdom Builders is adopting a local school, Windsor Elementary School, which is part of the DeForest School District. It has 523 students. The student-to-teacher ratio is 16:1. 5% of the students at DeForest Elementary have limited English proficiency, and 22% of the students there qualify for reduced lunch prices. What we want to do at Windsor Elementary is reach out and learn how we can come alongside them. Are there volunteer opportunities? Are there prayer needs? How and where can we fit in? Eventually, we want to foster a weekly after-school Bible class, the Good News Club, run by Child Evangelism Fellowship, the folks behind our Vacation Bible School. This weekly program uses songs, scripture memory, missions stories, games, and activities to teach and reinforce a clear presentation of the gospel. The Good News Club also uses strong discipleship training to build character and strengthen moral and spiritual growth. So when you support Kingdom Builders, you will be helping Windsor Elementary.
You guys already know about the 1416 Fund. It's a fund that is supported by Kingdom Builders, and we've been supporting it for over a year. It's a fund that covers 4 main areas: the Second Harvest Food Bank, the DeForest Area Food Pantry, the Norski Nibbles, and the Thanksgiving Giveaway. The 1416 is based on Matthew 14:16, where Jesus says, "Go feed them." So with your continued support, we can keep these ministries alive.
Our featured missionaries for this month are Brian and Angie Bishop, who direct the Chi Alpha program for Lawrence University and UW Green Bay. While students are on Christmas break, Brian is hard at work raising money to support his missionary work. This month, he is also hosting a Monday night fellowship event for UW Green Bay students as part of the Chi Alpha pioneering process for that campus. Please keep the bishops in your prayers as they seek to do God's work in the Fox Valley. We just wrapped up our first week of prayer for 2017 here at Harvest Church, But there is another prayer opportunity for you that you can do at any time, here or in the comfort of your own home. In the back of the church by the missionary table is a book called Praying for Muslims. If you think about it, there really weren't too many Christians when Christ gave up his life for us on the cross to redeem us and restore us to a right relationship with God the Father. The world then was filled with pagans, Jews, and a handful of people who believed Jesus was the Messiah and the Son of God. And God loved us anyways, so much that he willingly offered an extravagant sacrifice on our behalf. God still loves all of us with that same extravagant love and does not want any of us separated from him for all eternity. By praying for Muslims, we orient our hearts to that same kind of love and join with others in opening supernatural doors of grace, truth, and redemption in the Muslim community. And that's all for this week's edition of Harvest News. From the Teaching, Reaching, Caring, and Sharing News Desk, this is Pastor Vaughn reminding you to love God and love people. Pastor Jerry is next with his second message about kingdom builders entitled Teaching the Church.